there we go. Does help if I remove the cover from the camera. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing? Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to talk about season 20 and just kind of go over the set so far. Oh, nice. What's up, TARDIS? How you doing? Looks like Dylan is here as well. They apparently have some flooding going on in Scotland. I am sorry to hear that, Dylan. I hope everything's okay. We're going to talk about season 20, which you can see there behind me, looking all sharp and everything. I'm really liking season 20. What's up, Shamrock? What's up, buddy? Tedious. We got Tedious in the house, everybody. I'm never going to get over how much I love that name. Tedious Milkshake. That's such a cool name. It's good to see both of y'all. Let's see. But I'm really enjoying season 20. It's so much to get through. There's just so many extras. Doing well, thanks. How are you? I am good. The weather's finally getting nice here, actually. Well, it should have, Tedious. I've got you set up where you can get back in the comments. It should have. But yeah, I'm really enjoying season 20. It's so much to get through. It is a mess of stuff. I should really just go ahead and put on the glasses, shouldn't I? There we go. That's better. Let's go over everything I've watched so far in the box set. Of course, I've watched the 40th anniversary of The Five Doctors, which was really good. I love the updated effects. That's probably my definitive version of The Five Doctors now. Even if some of the editing may be better in the special edition with stuff being reordered a little bit better. But I very much enjoyed the updated effects. They look really, really, really good. The location work looks phenomenal. Now, it does have a bit of a desaturated look, but I think that's what it just actually originally looked like on transmission. I think it was the DVD. They made the colors a little more vibrant. The colors pop a little more on the DVD. I think they went back to the way it originally looks, why it has a bit of a desaturated look on the location work. That's not really a bother to me. It just took me a while to adjust to it. And it actually makes sense from a narrative point to be like that in the dead zone because it's the death zone. So that kind of makes sense. But I did very much enjoy that. The season 20 has lines and motion blur in some scenes. I have not seen that unknown. I've noticed some people mentioning the motion blur and some problems on the Doctor Who merchandise forum. I haven't seen that on mine any. They'd be very happy. Yes, the packaging is very nice for the season 20 set. I haven't noticed any of the issues people have been having with the set, but I haven't watched all the stories either because some of them I'd seen recently enough. I didn't feel like rewatching them. I watched Five Doctors because I did want to see the new version of it, which I do think is the definitive version of it. I love those new updated effects. I saw it when I ripped the Blu-rays onto my laptop. Shamrock says, I didn't see motion blurs. What stories or scenes? People have talked about motion blurs and juddering in Arc of Infinity, Snake Dance. And I feel like Maldron Undead. I don't think it's the film inserts because it's the first three stories I hear most of the complaints about. It only shows on some Blu-rays. Some people think it might be the player you're using too. You might need to change settings on your players. So like I never noticed. I haven't heard too many people say it was on the Five Doctors. It seems to be hit or miss with people. I did rewatch Arc of Infinity because I think I've talked several times on the channel about how I've been wanting to rewatch Arc of Infinity. I love Arc of Infinity. It's a very underrated story. It could be the underrated Fifth Doctor story. I never understand the dislike for it. Of course, then again, I always watch it with the updated effects. Like I haven't watched it with the original effects since I saw it probably back in the 80s. I love the updated effects. But I like the story. I love the location work, even though there's not really a lot of location work. I like everything about it. It's got Michael Gough. One of the things I was most excited about, Arc has grown on me. Terminus is best for behind the scenes. They always call when I get on the camera. Arc has grown on me. Terminus is best for behind the scenes stuff. LOL. Tedious to get mad at me. Yes, I know you got yours week one. I'm very jealous. 80s band. Yes, that's a flock of seagulls. That's a flock of seagulls. I Ran by a Flock of Seagulls is one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time. I love that song. I love the video too, even if the video is rubbish. I love it. Jeremy says, finally made a live stream. Love Arc of Infinity and a Flock of Seagulls. You have good taste, sir. You have double good taste. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Yes, I love a Flock of Seagulls. I always wanted to have my hair cut like Mike Score, but all my friends said they'd disown me. Unknown says, I got mine the day after I ordered it. That was an evil emoji, not an angry emoji. Yeah, I'm from the 80s. Emojis are not my thing. We still call them emocons. TARDIS spider, big hair. Big hair. You had to have seen Mike Score's haircut from a Flock of Seagulls. It's like everybody makes fun of that haircut. Okay, I'm getting so off topic, but it's the live streams. I get off topic. But I did like Arc of Infinity. So after I watched 5 Doctors, the next thing I had to do was rewatch Arc of Infinity. Look up Mike Score's haircut from a Flock of Seagulls, TARDIS. You'll see what I mean. It's a very famous haircut. I remember The Wedding Singer. They even make fun of it. Next, I did watch Enlightenment with the new updated effects. Can I rank every classic Who story over a live stream? Possibly. That actually would be a good idea. Favorite 80s. Bananas are there. What's up, Bananas Are Good? Another one of my favorite names. Favorite 80s bands and movies. I like, oh, God, 80s bands. I love a lot. I love 80s music in general, but I love Poison. I love Dokken a lot. I love Men Without Hats. I mean, I love a lot of 80s music. Movies, I just love 80s movies in general. Hey, Prowl in chat. What's up? What's up, Philip? How you doing? Yeah, Enlightenment. The Misfits. I do like the Misfits, but I prefer the Misfits from the 70s when Danzig was with them. I actually have their Static Age album. GWF Doctor Who. Yo, guys, what's up? How you doing? We are talking about Doctor Who and apparently 80s music and movies. And I love 80s shows as well. Bananas are good. Bananas are indeed good, Tedious. Ask the 9th Doctor. Bananas are good. Oh, my God, it's Gregory. But, yeah, I did like Enlightenment. The 2023 effects are nice, but in some scenes, I actually prefer the updated effects that are in the 2009 edit, whenever that one came out, the DVD special edition. Sometimes I prefer those updated effects. Sometimes I prefer the 2023 updated effects, especially there at the end when they reach the kind of island of enlightenment. Looks way better in the new version. But my biggest problem with the DVD special edition was just the widescreen and the movie length. I always had trouble with that. So I much prefer watching the newer updated effects because it's done in the traditional 4-part, 4:3 aspect ratio, the way it's supposed to be. All right, man. Yeah, good. Good. It's good to have everybody in the chat. Chat's popular today. I like that. I like when people are in the chat. I did watch the making of Arc of Infinity. I did give that a viewing and found that interesting. I always love the making ofs and the behind the scenes. I watched the new making of for King's Demons. That was a nice watch. I enjoyed that. I watched both of the road trips with TARDIS Team 5. The newer one, the Let's Go Dutch, it's good. I mean, it didn't blow me away or anything, but it's really good. I enjoyed it. But the first one, the one they recorded in 2019, the Look Who's Driving or whatever it's called, that one was good. I enjoyed that one. That one's hilarious. TARDIS Team 5 might be my favorite, like, off-screen TARDIS team. I tend to love I like this season too, Doctor Who. I like this season a lot too. I enjoy season 20. But I tend to love anytime Janet and Peter Davison and Sarah Sutton are together. They're just a hoot. They're an absolute hoot. And on the first road trip, they are hilarious together. Like, absolutely hilarious together. I absolutely love that. I was literally laughing out loud. Yeah, 5 is a good doctor. He is. Paul! What's up, Paul? I have not had a chance to watch your video from yesterday yet. I didn't want it to influence mine, but I am going to be watching it later today. I saw it go up yesterday, and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about tomorrow. But I'm going to give it a watch later today. Peter was a great actor, but given mech material. Yeah, I think he had some good material and some mech material. I think it bounces back and forth. Davison did so much 80s television. Did he really? See, I've never seen All Creatures Great and Small and a lot of his other stuff since I'm from the States. So I don't know him from a lot of other stuff. What's up, Jake? How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Jody had a similar problem. Yeah, and to be fair, I actually do enjoy some of Jody's episodes. Check out his performance in the Tomorrow People. You haven't gotten any Blu-rays. Oh, Gregory must be JWF Doctor Who. Nice. I hope you will enjoy the video. Oh, I'm sure I will, Paul. I enjoy your content very, very much. I will be giving it a watch later this afternoon. But what was I talking about? The road trips. I absolutely love the bit when they're like trying to follow Russell at one point. Gary, I'm assuming it's Gary Russell. And Manosaurus, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I forgot how fed up I was with hearing Capaldi say Clara. Yes. In case anyone didn't know, Peter Davison played Job in the most recent season of Good Omens. I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's cool, though, since him and David are, in-laws. I need to watch Good Omens. I haven't. I need to. But I love when, they're trying to find Gary, and Janet's driving, and she loses Gary, and they're trying to keep up with him on the thing, and Janet and Sarah are over there, you got to use the squawker. You got to use the squawker. And he's like, I'm pressing the button on the walkie-talkie to use the squawker. I'm pressing it. He's hearing everything we're saying. That part is absolutely peak hilarious. I nearly fell out of my chair. I was laughing so hard. What do you think the next Blu-ray will be announced? Probably in November. I suspect the next Blu-ray are coming maybe November 23rd. Sometime right around Doctor Who's birthday, I think we'll get the next box set announced. Season 20 has become my favorite Who season, Paul says. My favorite Davison season, excuse me. Yeah, there's no bad stories in season 20. Yeah, tedious. I would love to get a Troughton season. I agree with you on that one. I definitely want season 6. I figure the next set will be either 6 or a Tom season. I'll talk about the future sets as soon as when I eventually get through talking about season 20. We might be a while. Paul also says, I'm hoping for season 6 next. Myself to pray to the Lord for season 6. The Invasion and the War Games, both great stories. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen the road trips with TARDIS Team 5 on that set, y'all should watch them. They're a hoot. I mean, the second one's okay, but the first one's hilarious. Even the bloopers at the end, I was just laughing. I actually would love for Space Pirates to be recovered. I loved the Space Pirates. I've read the novelization of Space Pirates. It was really, really good. The recon gets tedious to get through. It's the surviving episode 2 is good, but getting through all of that recon gets a bit difficult as you go on. I would love for it to get animated. I would absolutely love for it to get animated. I think season 15 will be the first release in 2024. I'd be all right with that. I colorized it for the recon. Oh, really? I didn't know they had a colorization of the recon. That's pretty neat. Has season 20 U.S. release date been announced? Yes. Season 20 is coming in April in the U.S. for the U.S. release. Originally, it was going to be January, but they've moved it to April. So we won't get season 20 here in the States until April. That's pretty cool. I think that's neat. I have a lot of respect for people who can do colorization work for the black and white episodes. The TARDIS Better said, don't forget a wonderful, very peculiar practice. I'm from the U.S., however, can't believe the U.K. is getting series 1 through 4 Blu-ray the same day we get the 1 through 13. Yet we can't get a simultaneous release for the Blu-rays and the collection sets. We used to. The first three sets at least came out practically day to day in the collection range. Because I don't have them up right now, but I have the U.S. releases of the first 3 sets. And they came out practically day to day. I think they do it later now so they can correct any errors that might pop up. Where was I? Yeah, the sets. Watch the driving sets. I've talked about those a lot, but those are hilarious. Watch the driving sets if you haven't. The in conversation with Sarah and Janet is great. I found it very informative. Learned some stuff I didn't know. Apparently, nobody talks about Sarah's husband much. I didn't even know Sarah was married, to be honest. But at one point, she mentioned something about Michael, and the guy who's interviewed, Matthew Sweet, isn't that his name? he goes, "Who's Michael?" And she's like, "Oh, that's my husband. We were just dating at the time." And then she kind of moved on to something else. They don't talk about Sarah's husband. I always wonder about what does he do? We know nothing about it. He never comes up. And then Janet talked a lot about her husband at the time, which I think his name was Nick. He came up a few times because you learned the funny story in conversation that when they were filming Maldron Undead and Janet and Sarah had to put on the old makeup for that scene where they get aged. They had to do that scene the day before Janet's wedding. So they had to get all that stuff off. And she had her wedding the next day to the guy she ended up marrying for a while. They're not married now, but that was interesting. And I never knew that. And I thought that was pretty neat. It was some good conversations there. And I really liked having Janet and Sarah together. Like, I know some people probably would have preferred having like an interview with each of them separately, but I like Sarah's husband is a GP. I have no idea what that means. I do not know what I'm an American. I don't know what a GP is. You'll have to explain that one for me. Paul says, fantastic. Tedia says he doesn't have a lot of Blu-rays sitting on his cupboard. I can see it from the doorway. Oh, a doctor. A GP is, general practitioner. That's what I'm guessing that stands for. A general practitioner, I'm assuming. Okay, her husband's a doctor. All right. I didn't know if he was involved in the TV world or not. I didn't know quite what was. Yeah, general practitioner. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, see, I didn't know that. That's the first time I think I've ever heard anyone even talk about Sarah. I didn't even know Sarah was married. You're too young. No, I know what a general practitioner is. I've never heard it called a GP before. When I said Blu-rays, I meant collection box sets. Oh, yeah. I've got a few of them. I would have thought Grand Prix. Yes, he's a racer. That would have been cool. Now, if he was a race car driver, he'd come up in conversations more. What's your favorite Peter story? Castrovalva. Castrovalva is my favorite Peter story. I absolutely love Castrovalva, especially with the updated effects on the season 19 set. I love Castrovalva a lot. I ranked the Davison era not too long ago, actually. But I did like the end conversation with them together. That was actually a really fun and educational watch. I enjoyed that. Janet's always a hoot. Always a hoot. But Sarah anchors her really well. Hudson, what's up, Hudson? Nice to see another live video. Been a weird day today, so this is a nice surprise. Ooh, I hope it hasn't been a bad day. Yeah, Castrovalva was great. Hudson, has your video gone up? I know your short story is supposed to be going up. Does it go up today? I know you have your last short story going up soon. What do you think of the 40th anniversary of the Five Doctors? I talked about that at the beginning of the video. I really enjoyed the 40th anniversary of the Five Doctors. It's the definitive version for me now. I think it's really, really good. Castrovalva, I think MCS. Yes, that's very true. I think it's the definitive version. I do too. I kind of prefer some of the editing on the special edition better, with stuff being reordered a little more properly. But with the new updated effects, the 40th is definitely my definitive version. Are you guys going to do anything? Yes, I do want to do more reactions to Blake 7. I have filmed the reaction to episode 2. I was halfway through the edit, and then the computer basically downloaded the Clipchamp to take over my photo editor. So I had to download the Photo Legacy editor. A consequence was I lost the edit I was working on. So I have to completely start over on my Blake 7 episode 2 editing. And I've talked before on the channel about how much I hate editing reactions. Like, I hate them. So I just haven't gotten around to restarting it. But episode 2 has been filmed. I just have to edit it. It might be a very lazy edit. Have I seen the resale prices of the season 2 box set? I have not. Sorry, not long got home from work. Avon lives. Yes. Avon lives. Yes. Would you like Big Finish's Blake 7 and The Prisoner? I would much rather actually just get a box set of the actual Prisoner. It's on my Amazon wish list because I've only seen parts of The Prisoner. I've never seen the whole series. I've seen the final episode, but I love Patrick McGowan a lot. He's in several Columbos as well, and he directed several of them. So I tend to love Patrick McGowan, and I like The Prisoner. I actually would just love somebody to send the actual Blu-ray of the show so I could react to it. I didn't know season 9 was still that expensive either. Where was I? I did watch the older Sarah Sutton interview. I'm guessing that's from one of the DVDs. It's just kind of like 7 or 8 minute interview with her in the black leather jacket, which I think it was recorded in like 2009. She'd been in her late 40s, but man, she looked smoking with that black leather jacket and her hair done. That was a really good interview talking about her childhood. I'm guessing Sarah didn't do much after Doctor Who because I know she was a child actress. I know she played Alice in the production of Alice in Wonderland. I do like season 9 as well. It is underrated. So I don't know if Sarah did a lot after Doctor Who until Big Finish. The way she talks, I don't think she really did. Season 9, the worst 70s season, no competition. I don't know because I don't think there's a bad 70s season. I think all the 70s seasons are good. I think all of the 70s seasons are good. I don't think they really have a bad season. I mean, 70s to me is just the golden age of Doctor Who. I did watch the Celebration video, which I'm not sure when that one was recorded, but I did watch the video. It's just called Celebration, I think, where they talk about Longleat and stuff. That one was really, really good. I enjoyed that video a lot. No, I like Day of the Daleks a lot as well. Tedious. I really like Day of the Daleks. Of course, Peloton's all right. The Mutants was good on first watch. I don't know how it'll hold up on rewatch. And I enjoy the Time Monster. It has good and bad stuff in it. Was there any cool audio archive stuff in the sets, stories, interviews? I haven't listened to all of it. Like, I haven't gone through the whole set. I haven't listened to any of the audio stories yet. Will you be doing a reaction to the 60th anniversary? I haven't decided because I don't know how to do picture-in-picture, and I don't know how much people would want to watch my reactions without a picture-in-picture. I'm considering recording reactions to the 60th anniversary special. Actually, you guys can tell me while you're here. Do you want reaction videos? I still haven't figured out how to do the picture-in-picture stuff, which I'm assuming isn't complicated because people do it all the time. It's just until you know it, it's complicated. But if y'all want reactions, I'll do reactions. I like the Mutants. I do like the Mutants. No, she pretty much quit acting when her daughter was born. See, I wasn't sure when her daughter was born. They mentioned in the interview her being pregnant because Janet went down to visit her, but I didn't know when her daughter was born. But to be fair, if her husband's a doctor, she probably didn't need to work. That's probably just if she wants to. I'm sure she enjoys doing Big Finish. I know her and Peter have some stories that's just the two of them. I'm guessing it takes place between Time Flight and Arc of Infinity. Spare Parts is like that, even though Spare Parts isn't that good. I didn't like Spare Parts that much. One thing I did enjoy on the season 20 box set is the Panopticon archive. That's the one I posted a clip from that got like 8,000 views. I was not expecting that. That one I posted like a week ago. It's like that 35-second clip of John Pertwee talking about why Doctor Who has endured. It's like a 35-second clip and easily the most views a video's ever had on the channel. I was just like, as opposed to the video I was really proud of, my Demons of the Punjab being very similar to a First Doctor historical. I was so proud of that video. It got like 100 views. I put so much work into that video. It got like 100 views. And then there's this 35-second clip from the box set I took off the TV. And it gets like 8,000 views. I think you're doing a reaction that airs after the episode would be better. And then I can rewatch it. Well, I won't react to it live, of course. I'll react to it and post it a day or two later. I'm looking forward to season 13 when it comes out. We are all looking forward to season 13 when it comes out. But yeah, I'll do a reaction to the 60th if people want it. I mean, if people want a reaction to the 60th, I'll do a reaction to the 60th. But the Panopticon Archives, that interview with it's got Colin, it's got John, it's got Peter, and it's got Sylvester, and it was recorded in 1993. It's really great. It's like, I can't remember if it's like 41 minutes or like an hour, but it's really, really good. It's a really fun watch. I've actually recorded like 3 or 4 more clips from that I'm going to end up posting. Because there's a really nice one where John talks about Peter's ad-libbing that's funny. There's one where they get asked what they think the worst baddie was in their era, and Colin has a hilarious answer for that one. So I'm really looking forward to posting a couple more of those. But yeah, if there's any behind the scenes stuff I tell people to watch, it's that Panopticon archive. It's really, really good. I really like it. People ask some really good questions. The doctors have some really good answers. I've watched all of the Behind the Sofas. I think Behind the Sofa might be my favorite extra they do on these sets. That's something I know one of my patrons, Thomas Simpson, had asked one time. what my favorite like box set was when it came to extras, and I've never been able to pick one. But I have realized that my favorite extras on these are the behind the sofas. I love the behind the sofas. I absolutely love them. They're the first thing I watched. Like when I got the box set, I watched the Five Doctors. I watched Arc of Infinity. I watched the making of Arc of Infinity, and then I watched all the behind the sofas. I really like it. Doctor's Magical Who month. What's up? It's good to see you back, buddy. 1 month to go until Doctor Who is back. Season 26 has the best extras, TS said. It does have some good ones. It does have some good ones. Sorry, but season 2 beats it because the episodes. Yeah, I do also wish there had been behind the sofa for Planet of the Giants. I love Planet of the Giants a lot. It's a great episode. So I wished it had behind the sofa as well. Have you heard about the drama where the son of the guy that wrote season 1 episodes won't relicense them for the Blu-ray set? No, I haven't heard that. Yeah, I don't think that's how it works either, but him and Ian are arguing. Ian's always arguing. Shamrock says, got to see behind the sofa to see them gripe. Yeah, I love behind the sofa. And I love when they have TARDIS Team 5. Every behind the sofa needs TARDIS Team 5. I just love them when they're there. Yeah, behind the sofa is easily one of the first things I go to these box sets. If they're doing an episode I haven't seen in a while, I'll rewatch the episode first, and then I go straight to it. Like on the actual sets, I haven't watched most of the episodes just because I've seen them fairly recently. I probably will watch episode 4 of Snake Dance just to see what the updated effects look like, but I haven't yet. They did bring William Russell back for season 2. William Russell is in season 2. Her reactions never cease to miss the mark. Yeah, I love Janet. I absolutely love Janet. Oh, William wasn't in behind the sofa. Well, William Russell is like 98 years old. That's probably why. William Russell is older, and I do believe he has, I don't think it's dementia, but there is a little something. The interview with him that's on the season 2 set was recorded in 2018, and there are parts there where Matthew kind of has to prod him along. But I mean, he's 98, and I just think it's impressive we got him in Power of the Doctor. That was wonderful. What do you think about Ian Levine's stuff about his friend in the 10th planet? I don't know anything about that. I'm not sure. The only thing I know Ian's really doing is like some animations. I know he's trying to animate the massacre, and he's asking like way too much money for people to do it. The son of Anthony Coburn, who wrote An Unearthly Child, who said his father co-created Doctor Who and wants some big money. No, that's not how that works. That was probably work for hire. Oh, I adore the interview with William Russell. Couldn't be happier we got that. Amen. Definitely BS. I don't trust Ian for anything. I mean, Ian did some good things for Doctor Who, but yeah, I know he argues with the fandom like a lot. I know. I did watch the DVD Easter eggs that are on the box set too, because some of those DVD Easter eggs I'd never seen. I didn't know they were there. They were Easter eggs. So I watched them too. Yes, we're talking about Ian Levine. He also animated Master Plan, but never shared it even privately. Now that I didn't know. I have seen his animation for Mission to the Unknown, which was pretty good, actually. I enjoyed it. I've never watched his Shada animation, so I don't know if that's good or not. I actually prefer the official Shada animation. I like it, so I've never watched Ian's. I think that covered most of the stuff that I had talked about on season 20. Because a lot of the stuff on season 20 I had seen that was on the DVDs, the 25th anniversary DVD. I do love the Blue Peter bit when him and Richard Herndl showed up in the little van to interview on Blue Peter, and they're like, who's gonna stop everyone? And Davison's like, I will. Richard Herndl's like, I will. And then they look at each other, we will. I love that. I absolutely love that little interview. That's fun. And then some of the other interviews from the time when John Pertwee and Patrick Troughton and Peter Davison together on some of the talk shows and stuff. I've watched some of those on the DVD. Yes, Jake, I have seen those leaked clips. That's for the massacre. Doesn't really look that good, to be honest. It definitely doesn't look 100 pounds good. I love the new effects on Enlightenment, Paul says. I enjoyed the updated effects on Enlightenment, although I prefer some of the updated effects on the DVD updated version better. There's a clip of the Master Plan in his Recon animation trailer showed among a bunch of stuff he's made, including 7th Doctor scenes for Downtime. So much better than the DVD release. Some of the effects I like better in the DVD release. Some of the effects I like better in the 2023 release. It depends on the effect shot. Like when they're going around that planet or sun toward the beginning of the story, I think it looks better on the original DVD release. Also, the reveal they're in space at the cliffhanger of part 1, I think looks better on the DVD release. But the ending when they reach enlightenment looks way better on the Blu-ray release. Russell T. Davis is a guest appearing on The Wheel. His topic is Doctor Who. Very nice. Unknown, he has done the whole story, just some clips. Jake says, Hudson says, gotta say, kind of prefer the original effects overall. Which the original Enlightenment effects are good. They are. The original Enlightenment effects look good. On the season 23 animation Discord, someone's doing a pretty cool looking animation of the Crusade. I just got 2 adverts. Yeah, commercial plays every now and then. Yeah, I got to monetize the channel. Never thought I'd see the day. A couple other things. I have watched Silver Nemesis, which Simon sent recently. So reviews for Silver Nemesis will be coming in November. Jeremy, what's up, Jeremy? What are your thoughts on the delay of the season 20 region 1 release until April? I think it's unnecessary unless they're trying to do something to fix the disc, because people have reported issues with some of the disc, and perhaps they need time to fix that for the US release. That is the reason why there's a delay between the US release and the UK release, is if there's any problems, they want to fix them. It probably will be a while before we get the standard edition of it too. Of course, we're still waiting on the standard UK version for 17. Snake Dance is amazing as well. I have not looked at it. I think it's just episode 4 of Snake Dance that has updated effects. I have not watched it yet because I watched the DVD version of it for the first time just like a few months ago. I don't know. I thought he did all of it, or at least 1 episode. They're still talking about Master Plan. Still haven't watched half of season 20 set due to the issues. I know, Jake, you've been really big on the merchandise forum talking about that. I think that's the reason why the US version got delayed from January to April, so they could try to fix that. The reported issues for the season 20 set, some people have reported, have been blurry, jagged motions. Jake could probably talk about it in more detail. He's been having the issues. I haven't had any issues with the set. Several people have been reporting blurring, juddering, stuff like that. Whether that's the disc or the player, I still don't think they know for sure. I kind of feel like the Kenda effects are like immersely better. Something about Snake Dance doesn't look as good as usual. And I thought the original effects for Snake Dance were fine. I'll be honest. I actually never had a problem with the original effects for Snake Dance. Jake says pain in the butt is what it is. Talking about the problems with the season 20 disc. But I've also watched Silver Nemesis. Reviews for that will be coming in November. In November, actually. It's the disc, but some players fix it for whatever reason. Yeah, mine, I never had a problem. I never had a problem with the disc from season 20. And I've just got that region-free LG player. The Snake Dance Snake Blood is now black instead of pink. It's a major improvement. Interesting. I need to just watch the episode 4. I know it's just episode 4 that has the improvement. Although I wish they had an option to watch the extended ending of episode 4, but I know that extended part only exists in like VHS quality. What does Silver Nemesis have to do with season 20? I'm just talking about other stuff. I've talked mostly about season 20. And that's just upcoming reviews coming. Unless you like Neon 80s blood. I do feel like I'm betraying season 21. Though season 20 is better than season 21. It just is. Season 20 has no bad episodes. Even Terminus isn't bad. Very forgettable, but not bad. Whereas season 21 has Twin Dilemma and Warrior's Gate. The extended bit is nice. I do like the extended bit to Snake Dance. I just wish it existed in higher VHS quality. Snake itself, I thought, was not as good as Kenda. Season 21 is only low because Resurrection and Caves, right? I like Frontios as well, but yeah, Resurrection and Caves are doing some heavy lifting for season 21. I like Frontios too. But yeah, Warriors Deep is bad, Twin Dilemma's bad, and The Awakening, especially episode 2 of The Awakening, is bad. Do you think Silver Nemesis would be better in season 20? Nah, I like Silver Nemesis where it is. Kenda's way better than Snake Dance. No, it's not. Snake Dance is way better than Kenda. Season 21 is loved because of Twin Dilemma. No dilemma there. No, I actually like the story of Caves better. Although to be fair, the actual story of Twin Dilemma I like as well, especially the broad strokes of the story. I actually really enjoy it. It's the execution of Twin Dilemma that kills it. 20 watching 7, like, what the? To be honest, I might be the only one who likes season 21 most of the Davidson season, excluding Twin Dilemma. I don't know. Warriors Gate's pretty bad. Not Warriors Gate. I love Warriors Gate. Warriors Deep. I'm saying Warriors Gate because I got the book in my head. Warriors Deep. Warriors of the Deep is pretty bad. There. That got it out. The cave story is a rewrite of the giant squid one. Yeah, I've heard that. No, it's not. I disagree with that. I've heard that, but no, I disagree with that. Although I am convinced that Snake Dance is a rewrite of Planet of the Spiders. It really is when you think about it. But no, I have this because this was something else Simon had sent, the Warriors Gate book. I've read this, and a review is coming for this soon. This is actually really good. It expands on the TV episode, and it's got 2 bonus stories afterwards, one with Romana and one with the 8th Doctor that tie in with Kenda. So that's a good read. That review is coming as well. I've decided your name is Tristan. That's a very British name. Some similar elements, certainly X with gun runners and the Doctor being caught up in the middle. Still not seeing it. I feel like that's an insult to Caves of Androzani to compare it to Kroll. Still not seeing it. Which Doctor do you think would really work well in all the stories in the season they didn't do? I think Tom Baker works well in any story because he's Tom Baker. I'd rather them release classic targets because I just like the classic series better. Although I'm perfectly fine with them releasing new targets, though I've never read any of the new targets. What if 5 Doctors or Enlightenment had the special effects of Underworld or Terror of the Autons? Ooh. Well, to be fair, Underworld has some of the best model work in all of Doctor Who and all of the classic Who. Underworld actually has really good model effects in episodes 1 and 4. Terror of the Autons, the updated version of it on the box set, really helps clear a lot of that up. So, so there's some good stuff going on there. Talking about future sets. I think the next set will either be season 6, 13, or 15. Probably not 13 because it makes sense that 13 would be last. You figure they would save season 13 for last. The only reason I even suggest it is because that color swatch tease that Lee Binding released to me would fit season 13. To be fair, yeah, I agree. Tedious is probably not 13. I'd adore them to release Fury from the Deeps novelization. I'd be intrigued to read it. I would be intrigued to read it. I'd love to get Fury from the Deeps novelization. Yeah, somebody send Fury from the Deeps novelization. Paul says, what story do you think needs FX from the seasons left? Resurrection of the Daleks. Resurrection of the Daleks is my number one, needs updated effects. Resurrection of the Daleks is a great story, but the effects are really need redoing, especially like lasers. You guys know Prowl is all about some updated laser effects. That's my favorite updated effect in Doctor Who, lasers. Give me some good looking lasers. It really works for Ark of Infinity. It really works for Nightmare of Eden. It really works for Day of the Daleks. So I really think Resurrection of the Daleks would really enhance things to interrupt some of the laser blasts, especially for the humans defending the station. Make that scene so much better. Invasion of the Dinosaurs needs an update. Yes, it does. Yes, I agree. You lucky bugger with your P.O. box. Yes. Everybody take note of the P.O. box. Yes. If Tom Baker's Doctor never existed, would you still be into Doctor Who as much? Probably. I tend to love John Pertwee's Doctor. Inferno was one of the first stories I ever saw. So I think I'd still be a Doctor Who fan. Someone else mentioning Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Yes, that's well. Unknown says, what about 13 and Twin Dilemma? Well, I don't know. Colin is pretty bad in Twin Dilemma, so it wouldn't make it any worse anyway. Inferno could do with some updated lava flow scenes. Yeah, I'm fine with the Inferno scenes the way they are. I think they look good enough. I tend to love Inferno the way it is. But yeah, Resurrection is definitely the one I think needs updated effects. I wouldn't mind Remembrance of the Daleks getting some updated effects. It doesn't necessarily need them, but I wouldn't mind it getting some. And just to have at least one Sylvester story get some updated effects for a box set would be nice. I bet you'll like The Power of Kroll if that got updated effects when season 16 came out. I would much rather those updated effects be used for Armageddon Factor or Pirate Planet. Pirate Planet. I love Pirate Planet, but it could use some updated effects, specifically some updated laser effects, because I love updated laser effects. Because the effects of when they shoot their guns in Pirate Planet aren't very impressive. So it definitely needs Pirate Planet needs some updated laser effects. Plus, they could update a few of the others. Every doctor should have a rainbow coat. But Armageddon Factor could use some updated effects too. I'd take those over Power of Prowl. I mean, the only way you're going to update Power of Prowl to look good is if you give it the effects budget of like Avengers Endgame. It would need that budget to make it look good. There's a reason our good friend Tristan enjoys Power of Prowl as much as it is. Good for him. Power of Prowl just never really worked for me. That's the only Tom story I really struggle to get through. Although it has a couple of funny moments. Tom's always Tom. I'd love to see Invisible Enemy with some updated effects. It has already, actually. Do something cool visually with the inside of the doctor's brain, if I remember the plot correctly. Invisible Enemy actually does have updated effects on the DVD release. Although a lot of it's more K9 shooting his laser blast and the creatures when they're transferring from one person to the other. But but there are some others as well. But Invisible Enemy on the DVD release does have updated effects already. Shamrock says Shooty might get one since Modern New hasn't had their equivalent to 6's unicorn puke yet. I don't know. 13's outfit reminds me of Colin's outfit a lot. I think 13's outfit is very in line with Colin's outfit. Of course it does, doesn't he? Hudson, I think, realized that about Invisible Enemy having the updated effects. He's like, of course it does. Power of Prowl over Genesis. No, change my mind. I don't think I can change your mind on that. I'd have to do surgery. Maybe a lumbotomy. If you like Power of Prowl over Genesis. A lumbotomy is all I could do. Kroll probably sounded great on paper when first pitched. Not to Robert Holmes, it didn't. Robert Holmes said it was a bad idea when he heard the idea, and he's the guy who wrote the story. Hudson says, I prefer the originals, which is probably why I forgot about the new ones. I usually prefer updated effects. Not always, but almost every time there's updated effects, I prefer updated effects. I haven't watched the original version of Arc of Infinity since the 80s. I always watch it with the updated effects. Now, there are some exceptions to that. Like, I think Planet of the Daleks is better in the original version. I don't really care for the updated effects for it. And I think there might be one more I can't think of right off, but almost all the others I prefer the updated effects. Have you read the full leaked plot? I have not read any full leaked plot. It's really bad. Unfortunately, it looks to be the real plots. I haven't read them, and I'm glad I haven't read them. Paul says, I think Pyramids of Mars needs updated effects. No, I think Pyramids of Mars is fine. I wouldn't be upset if it got updated effects. I don't think it needs them necessarily. The movie's effects are actually quite good. I do think the TV movie has good effects. I have no issue with them either. Where can I find them if you don't mind? I want to read them. Although the wobbly glass is a bit iffy. On Blu-ray made as the Blu-ray release looks like the DVD update. Yes. I lost my train of thought for a second. I think that about covers most of the things. Future sets. We were talking about future sets. I think it will either be a Troughton season 6 or 13 or 15, maybe 16. I really don't want them to use that color for 16 though that Lee teased. 16 really needs to. No, I did not. I did not, Tedious. My money is on 15. Hudson says. Yeah, I can see 15. The colors work for 15. They kind of match Leela's outfit. They kind of match something from one of the episodes too, kind of Underworld. They match something else too. Would the TV movie get updated effects? It would have to, depending on how they did it. If they wanted to do the TV movie in true HD, they'd have to, because it was edited on videotape. The TV movie was shot on 35 millimeter film, which could be done as a true HD, but it was edited on videotape. And all these special effects were done on videotape. So the only way they could make the TV movie in true HD and not an upscale is if they went back to the original raw footage, which I think is held here in the States, if they haven't lost it, and then completely re-edit it and redo the special effects like they had to do when they did the Blu-ray of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Season 6, this will help put Troughton in front of everyone with a new set of eyes, because I've just found I want season 25 soon, because I remember hearing Louise Jameson saying she filmed something for Horror of Fang Rock. I do remember that, her saying that she had done work for Horror of Fang Rock. Someone else, the other girl in Horror of Fang Rock, the actress that plays the screaming one, the one character in there that when she dies, you're like, the actress who plays her has also said that they filmed a making of for Horror of Fang Rock. So they are working on Horror of Fang Rock, but we also know they bank stuff. So, and I believe they've already done some stuff for Stones of Blood for season 16 as well. The color scheme kind of works for Fendal. Yes, Sunmakers, Underworld, and even slightly horror, except for the Rutan Green itself. It does actually work for Sunmakers, that kind of neutral color. It does work for Fendal. It matches the kind of gold of her final form, and it also kind of matches Leela's outfit. So I could definitely see that being season 15. Rick Davis. Hey, how you doing, Rick? We are good. We are good. We've been going for a minute. We are good. No, I did not, Tedious. I did not. Season 6 is my most wanted box set, but I reckon season 15 is next, probably February. I don't think we'll get any more sets this year. I think we might get 3 next year. That's what I suspect. I think we'll get an announcement in November, right around Doctor Who's birthday, if not on the birthday. And then I think we will get an actual release in like January or February. And that will probably either be 15, more than likely, or 6. And then I think the release after that will be the other. I think the next 2 releases will be a Tom Baker and a Patrick Troughton. 15 or 16, maybe. I'm hoping 15. I really don't like that color for 16. 16 needs to be the lilac color. It needs to be the lilac color from the Key to Time. My odds are 15, 6, and then 25. I could see that. I could see 25 being the 3rd set next year. It will have been a couple years since we had a McCoy since then. Imagine if they announced 2 sets in one go on the anniversary to really mess with people. I don't think they'd do that, though. They'd worry it would cut into sales. I mean, most of us are in for all the sets anyway, but I really want them to do a Wilderness Years set. I want to hear about that. I just got done watching a Wilderness Years project a couple days ago that I've got to do a review on. But yeah, it was a project that came out during the Wilderness era that someone sent me. So I'm looking forward to actually doing a review of that soon. They just found them. No. Stop that, Tedious. Stop that. 1 releasing in December and 1 early next year, maybe. Wilderness set would be great. Yes, I would love a Wilderness Years set. There's actually a lot of stuff that came out that's Doctor Who related in the 90s and early 2000s. So I would love to see that as well. So that's what I think. I think the next set will either be a Tom Baker and a Patrick Troughton, followed by the other one after that. I think the next 2 sets will be Tom Baker and Patrick Troughton. And then possibly if we get a 3rd set next year, which I think is possible, season 25. If not, I think that would get bumped to early 2025. Opinions. There's no such thing as an incorrect opinion. It's an opinion. I agree with the 2 sets. I just hope this year they announce something big. So I feel like we haven't had a release that really felt big. It's just an animation and a re-release. I hope they do a one-off cinema screening of the TV movie for its 30th anniversary in 2026. That'd be a good time to release a Wilderness Years set too, 2026. I hope they do a one-off cinema screening of the, yes, I agree. Just got my season 20, love it, and can come to open it. It came mint. I ordered season 12 and 24. The box sets are great. I mean, they're fantastic, and they look great on the shelf. November 13th in the UK. Oh, Underwater Menace. Sorry, I didn't notice you'd written that. Yes, November 13th. Yeah, I've already got that pre-ordered. I'll be importing the Steelbook to, sorry about that, Jeremy. I didn't notice it. Yes, the Underwater Menace is coming the 13th in the UK. I'm importing the Steelbook myself. That 10 is an awful Doctor. He was the worst Doctor before 13. 10 to me is the middle of my list. David Tennant is a good actor. Wish I'd brought a region fee player sooner. Yeah, mine was actually a Christmas present. Yeah, sorry about that, Jeremy. I didn't notice where you'd asked that. Season 20 is mint as well. Awesome problem is the blooming disc are dodgy. Not mine. The standard Blu-ray editions Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't announced season 17 for the standard Blu-ray editions yet. I kind of figured that would have came by now. I don't know what's up with that. I know a lot of people are waiting on that. But yeah, I think if we get 3 sets next year, we'll get a Patrick Troughton, we'll get a Tom Baker, and we'll get season 25. That's what I think. It's nuts to look to my right and see that we've got Classic Who and Blu-ray. We're a very lucky fan, and to see that we've got so many of them. We're over halfway through the range now. They will add Modern Era to the collection range or leave it. Don't know. I don't think it needs it as much. Because, I mean, they're already releasing the series 1 through 13 set. I don't think it needs a collection release. That being said, if they did Modern Who in the collection range, I would definitely get it. I would definitely get it. I know we won't get them until they finish with the classic range. I don't think we would see the Modern series in it until at least 2030, because that would be Modern Who's 25th anniversary. And that would be a good way to celebrate its 25th anniversary, would be with the first Modern series being in the set. I love the art on the limited edition sets as well, Rick. I do. When will season 11 come out? I suspect it will be the next Peter season. Not Peter, Pertwee season. The next Pertwee season. I think season 11 will come out in 2025, would be my guess. I think 2025. 2026 at the outside, but I think 2025. I think New Who won't get collection sets until around the same time as Bastards had finished. I could see it coming out in 2030 for the 25th anniversary release. A War Doctor box set is a second Wilderness box set with a bunch of special features. And I don't think there's enough material. It's crazy. When I was young, I said that I would collect and buy all Classic Who finally if they did Blu-ray box sets. And then they went, then they went and made them. I agree. Yeah. I wonder where TARDIS got off to. I have not seen TARDIS in a minute. I wonder if he dipped out to catch up with football. I know he was watching that Oregon game. The Oklahoma game. I think that about covers everything, guys. I think the next 3 sets are going to be a Patrick Troughton, a Tom Baker, and then season 25 for next year. I think that's kind of where it's at. I've discussed everything I've talked about in season 20. Drinking coffee. What's up, TARDIS? I didn't see you for a minute. You just kind of vanished off. Sarah Jane Adventures Blu-ray, I think it's whatever it is. I'm not a big fan of Sarah Jane Adventures. I love Sarah, and I've seen some of Sarah Jane Adventures, but I'm just not the hugest fan of it. Although I wouldn't mind them getting like a whole box set with all of it released on Blu-ray, with them upscaling the first couple seasons. I would like that to come out for the people who wants it. But I don't think that's something I need. Yeah, I know it's popular. I've seen a few of the episodes. I just haven't seen a lot. I tend not to get into Doctor Who spinoffs. I'm not a big Torchwood fan either. No, wait until the cast and crew have all died and half the episodes wiped before they do Modern Era and Blu-ray collections. That's okay. Look, if they're gonna wipe half of the Modern Era, let me pick the ones that get wiped. Who first in football? Yeah, let me pick the ones that get wiped. Fear Her, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Flux, we'll get rid of that. Most of Series 11, we'll get rid of that. Most of Series 9, we'll get rid of that. let me pick the ones that go missing. We're good. I think that about covers everything, guys. I think I've said all I need to say. I'd just be rambling at this point. So I'm going to probably go ahead and sign off and say I appreciate all of y'all watching. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and all of that fun stuff. I have a P.O. box if there's anything you would like to send me as well. I have a link to my Amazon wish list down there. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane, Colin Coney, and Finn Perkins. I certainly appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. And of course, Shamrock and Christopher, who are YouTube members as well. Nice chat. Have a good afternoon. Thank you, Shamrock. You do the same. I think I've rambled enough, Tedious. Series 9 is bad. No, Series 9 is bad. Next Saturday, everyone, and bring a friend. Yes, next Saturday. I think next Saturday might be a video. I know my video for ranking the 12th Doctor Era is coming soon. I'm also going to be ranking the 13th season. Looking for seasons. Anyone help? Amazon has a lot of the seasons on sale right now in the standard editions. If you look on Amazon UK, they have a lot of the standard editions on sale. You as well, Paul. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your videos as well. I'll be catching up on your season 20 video later today. Actually, I'll be catching up on that. Well, I certainly appreciate it, guys. As always, thank you for watching.